is Mousie, and today I'm going to be vlogging getting my septum pierced. If you don't know what your septum is, it's the piercing is basically going to be right here on my nose as opposed to on the side of my nose. I thought about getting a piercing on the side of my nose. I don't think that suits me all that much. About a week and a half ago I got a fake septum piercing, a little clip ring thing for my nose, and I've worn it constantly to the point that I like it a lot that I'm gonna go make it real today. So I figured I'd bring you guys along. I'm going to the same place that I went to get my tattoo, Beelistic, and yeah. Wow, it is starting to rain really bad and it's got very dark outside. Wow. But before we go any further, I did kind of want to address something that I saw on the last video, the vlog of me getting a tattoo. Lots of rain. I would show you guys the street, but then you'd figure out where I lived, and that's not gonna happen. Wow, that rain is coming down right now. But before we go any further, let me just talk louder over the rain. But I just wanted to say what I saw on the last video. 90% of the comments on the tattoo vlog were absolutely lovely, but there was a 10% of comments that were very dramatic and frankly kind of rude. And I also noticed this on Instagram a little bit, as well as other places I've seen it, and I just kind of wanted to say something to that, to address that. Wow, this rain, I hope you can hear me. If not, I'll put a little voiceover somewhere to kind of explain what was happening. But what I choose to do is up to me, not anyone else. I've seen some comments that said I was going to go to hell because I got a tattoo, or I was suddenly a bad person because I got a tattoo, or just telling me to straight up not get my nose pierced. But yeah, a lot of comments like that. And I do remember I got a lot of comments when I first dyed my hair a different color, and I knew I would get a bunch of comments when I got my tattoo, and then when I had the fake nose ring, I got a lot of dramatic comments on Instagram, because that was the main place that it was being seen, and it just really surprises me how much hate. Frankly, even if you guys believe something, it's not okay to go and tell someone how to live their life. What I choose to do is my business, and if I want to get a tattoo, if I want to get a nose ring, that's on me. That's my decision, and I don't think that because I get those things, it makes me a bad person. I've seen so many people who are the best people in the world, and they have tattoos and nose rings and all kinds of things. So I don't think it's really fair to go and say that I'm suddenly a bad person or going to hell or anything like that because I choose to put art on my body or pierce my nose. I mean, if I don't like the piercing in my nose, I can just take it out later and let it heal. But it's my decision, guys, and I thought it was important to say and address that. So we'll get this done and going. So here we go. I love you guys. Let's do this. Woo! Oh my goodness, it is so hot. Oh wow. Okay, so I got here a lot later than I expected because there was a really bad accident on the highway. And luckily I actually got the closing time wrong. They don't close for like hours from now, so we're actually pretty okay. But yeah, so let me just say this. I know it's probably gonna be completely sort of out of context, but when you guys start driving, or if you're driving already, don't use the curb lanes, okay, on the highway, right? Those side lanes, the side lanes that have like the road braille, they're not for driving in when you're tired of getting stuck in traffic, okay? That's for emergency vehicles, because to put this in context, that bad accident that was on the highway, the emergency vehicles could not get to where they needed to be because people were using those side lanes to bypass traffic. And honestly, if you're one of those people, I hate you, because that could have cost somebody's life just because you're tired of being stuck in traffic. Nowhere could possibly be that important. Like, that's, you know, somebody's life would be at stake, you know? I don't know. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go get my septum pierced now. Yay! Alright, so here we are. I'm in my car right now because it's weird, but I wanted to keep the door open, but this weird, see the beeping? That's so annoying, right? Yeah. But the air is like really, really hot. It's really hot in my car. But yeah, so here we go. Some of the makeup's like rubbed off my nose, so I look like I have like a red nose and it's kind of weird and stiff. But don't mind that. I think from far away I look pretty normal. Plus I'm really sweaty. But yeah, there we are. So obviously what you're probably noticing is that there's no footage of the actual piercing itself. That's because they actually don't like people filming it, because they don't want people to try and do it at home and mimic it, which I am completely all about. You should not be piercing yourself. It's not exactly safe. You know, go to professional. You don't want to like screw up and, you know, have it go bad. But yeah, so basically, just to give you guys an idea of what they did, she basically literally just stuck her fingers in my nose and just put a little needle into like the little sweet spot and just pricked it, and it didn't even hurt at all. I was actually incredibly surprised. Apparently getting your septum pierced is like one of the least painful piercings, and I can actually say without a doubt this was actually less painful than getting my ears pierced. I'm not joking. It was nothing. It was over and done with within like a few seconds. And then she just stuck a needle through my nose for a few moments while she got the little bar thingy, this little thingy, and then she kind of put it through and screwed the little ball on. Look at my nose. But yeah, so that's that. I did it. It wasn't that bad. It actually was not as bad as getting my tattoo, which is surprising. But yeah, I really like it. I think it looks really cool. It's probably gonna be a while before I can change it to something else. So I've got to keep that in mind. But yeah, so apparently to take care of it, I need to stick my face in a bowl of salt water, like twice a day for a month. And then after that, it's like once a day for a month. And I'm okay with that, honestly. I think it's cool. I'm not too bothered by that, honestly. I kind of like the idea of a little spa twice a day. Just a mini 5-minute relaxing time away doing nothing. So it wasn't too bad. I'm really happy with it. I'm really surprised it was so easy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna see if because I liked the jewelry I got from Lotus & Co. so much, I think I'm gonna go back to the site and pick out a few other things for it. And yeah, I'm kind of really pumped about it. I think it looks really cool. And I like how it's not like super out there. It's not like super crazy. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it looks cool? I mean, yeah. Yeah, so thank you, Autumn, for doing this. Autumn from Beelistic. I do now can definitely recommend both tattoos and piercings at Beelistic, because all the people there are absolutely sweet, absolutely the sweetest. I'm actually literally dripping sweat now. I just felt a bead of sweat come down my nose. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is heading home. I might go thrifting. We'll see what time it is when I get back to where I live, because traffic is apparently really bad right now. But yeah, so yeah. Yep. We'll see you at home. Alright, so I'm not going to be going thrifting today, unfortunately, because pretty much everything's now closed at 8. So instead, I decided I didn't want to just go home yet for, I don't know, I just have that feeling where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go back to sitting at my computer for the rest of the night. It's Saturday. I try to take the weekends off just a little bit. So I decided to go to the movie theaters, and I'm going to see Suicide Squad because I haven't seen it yet. So even though I've heard like bad reviews and stuff, I always try to hold judgment until I've seen it myself. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I just got home from seeing the Suicide Squad movie, and wow, yikes would be my first impression word that comes to mind. I will start off by saying this: there were some good moments in the movie. There were a lot of good moments in the movie, but collectively it doesn't make up for the feeling that I get that just feels blah about it. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people that don't disagree, that don't disagree with me, and there's going to be people that do disagree with me. I've seen a lot of reviews on it, a lot of people talking about it before I went and see it, but I always try to go into a movie with like a blank slate just to get my own impression of it. And wow, I now understand a lot of the feelings behind some of these reviews that I saw. I will say, like I said earlier, there were good moments. There were a lot of really funny moments. Well, not exactly funny, but they were just really good. But at the same time, it felt kind of all over the place, in all honesty. It felt like it was lacking a lot. I did read somewhere, I can't remember where at this point, but I did read that a lot of things got cut, and I even noticed that something got cut. There was a scene from one of the trailers that ended up getting cut, and I didn't even see it in the movie. Like, it was not there. I won't say what or whatever, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it honestly just didn't feel... It just felt really, really blah, and honestly, it's probably the first time I've ever left a movie actually saying to myself, I'm not going to come back and see this a second time. There have been a lot of not fantastic movies that I've saw in theaters, but that's never been the first thing that comes to mind when I leave them. There have been a lot of fantastic movies in which I've actually gone back and seen a second time, but this is the first time I think I've ever seen a movie and gone, no, that was a mess. I'm not coming back to see this a second time. So yeah, that being said, I feel like the problem that I had with the movie was there wasn't enough character backstory for a lot of different characters. Not just Joker and Harley Quinn. Like, yes, I would love to see a movie all about them and their story and everything like that, but it also was lacking a backstory for a lot of the other characters as well. Like, yeah, they had bits and pieces of their story, like, throughout the movie, and that's all fine and great and all. It gave it enough to somewhat explain it, but it just felt really, really lacking, and I was left wanting to know more about these characters, because it was just... I don't know, like I said, it kind of left me feeling really, it just felt like a lot of the characters needed more backstory. Like, yeah, each character got, like, a little bit of backstory, but it just felt really, really lacking, and felt like it needed more in order to, like, I don't know, make you kind of feel attached to some of the characters almost. I don't know, it just... Yikes. I don't know. I mean, like, you don't have to feel, like, super attached to a character, I guess, when you go to see a movie, but it just felt like for this particular movie and set of characters, it just needed more on each character. It needed kind of more backstory. I don't really know how else to word it. That's just the feeling I got. Along with that, it just... The plot line in general just kind of felt like a mess to me. Like, I honestly don't remember how A got to B, almost. Like, that's kind of the feeling that I got watching the movie. And then, on top of that, like, the one particular thing does actually come to mind is why Katana was even there. So let me explain. Like, throughout the entire movie, it just felt like she didn't need to be there. It honestly felt kind of awkward that she was even there. And it's just, I don't know. I just didn't, that's just my feeling about it. It just felt kind of awkward for her to even be there. And to be honest with how much backstory there wasn't on each of these characters, it kind of felt that way for a lot of them. It just felt kind of like, why are they here together, and what's happening here? and that was the general feeling that I got. But yeah, specifically Katana was like the one that stood out to me the most in that feeling, is why was she there. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the movie, if you've seen it, if you feel some of the same things that I'm feeling. Like I said, like, this is just my opinion on the movie. There were a lot of good moments in the movie. Like, I did to some extent enjoy it, but at the same time I left it feeling like, what just happened? Like, I don't know. It just kind of felt, yeah. I do kind of understand a lot of the reviews I was seeing beforehand, but like I said, I did go into it like with the best mindset. You know, I did go into it thinking like, okay, let's get my own opinion on this, see what, you know, see it for myself kind of thing. But wow, that, in my opinion, that was kind of a mess. I'm still kind of glad I went and saw it though, just so I could see it for myself. I can't speak, it's really late at night, guys. But yeah, I'm really glad I went and saw it for myself. But yeah, that was just my feeling of it. I'm probably rambling at this point because it is so late at night, but yeah, let me know down below, guys, what you guys thought of the movie if you've seen it. I've seen a lot of people that like outright loved it, and then there's a lot of people who I've actually noticed that feel kind of the same. But yeah, hopefully if they do make more based off of these characters, like, I hope that they do more in-depth character development type stuff with it, because I just wanted to know more about the characters, you know? I wanted to know their stories. It felt like they needed their own movie almost, like each of them, to kind of like fully explain them and then bring them together. Do you know what I mean? Overall, I think it's been a pretty great day. I had a lot of fun getting this done, and you know, going out to see a movie wasn't so bad. The movie may have been kind of a mess, but it was still fun to go out and see it. Nonetheless. There's already been a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier in the vlog, concerning the comments that I've gotten on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, because I've already posted a picture of this today in between filming and stuff from when I went from point A to point B. But yeah, I just wanted to reiterate again, guys, just because I get a tattoo or I change my hair color or get a nose piercing, it doesn't mean I'm changing. I find it actually very ridiculous and frankly just silly that there is this belief out there that because I change my appearance in some way, I'm suddenly changing as a person. I'm still Mousie, guys. I kind of went on a mini rant on Twitter about this because I've already seen like 1 or 2 comments of people going, ah, this isn't the Mousie I remember, and it's like, how have I changed exactly? My appearance has changed, but I'm still me. So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I don't know when this vlog thingamabob is gonna go up, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know if you guys want me to continue vlogging my little adventures out of the house, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I love you guys so very much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!